Hafide and good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Guam Congress Building. We're here today to present resolution number 53-35, recognizing Endometriosis Awareness Month. And I would like to, again, thank you all for joining us here today. And I'd like to thank Catherine and Hannah, who approached me a few weeks ago to talk about endometriosis and the journey that Catherine's been on. And I'll invite her in a few minutes to come up and speak about it. But endometriosis is a disease that is becoming more common now, being found among more and more of our women. And it's a disease that causes chronic pain and discomfort in almost 1 in every 10 women. And it occurs when tissue that normally grows inside a woman's uterus grows on the outside, which causes very uncomfortable pain, sometimes unbearable, as I understand. And there's a big delay in diagnosis, and so today we're here to present a resolution to proclaim the month of March as Endometriosis Awareness Month so that we can bring awareness to this issue, speak about it more, bring it to the light so that more people, maybe some young girls who are suffering from it, know that there are people that they can reach out to who are able to help them. So I have my colleagues here today that I want to thank, Senator Jim Moylan and my co-chair for the advancement of women, Senator Kelly Marsh-Titano. And now we'll present the resolution to Ms. Catherine Manalapez and to Ms. Hannah Iriarty and to the Guam Endo Movement. So ladies, if you'll join us up here. So this is relative to recognizing the various groups and individuals who advocate for the improvement, prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of endometriosis in women on Guam and commemorating them on the observance of Endometriosis Awareness Month in March 2019. So I'll ask my colleagues to read the body of the resolution. So Senator Moylan, you want to do the first half, and then Senator Kelly the second half, all right?
Endometriosis is a disease of the female reproductive system and occurs when tissue similar to that normally found in the uterus begins to grow outside the uterus, leading to chronic, debilitating pelvic pain. And endometriosis is a leading cause of female infertility and affects 1 in 10 women, and there is an average of 10-year delay from the onset of symptoms to the final diagnosis. In 2010, patients in the United States were hospitalized for approximately 105,123 days because of their disease, and women can lose 11 hours of work per week through loss of productivity and absenteeism due to pain, and 51% of the patients report their disease debilitating and affects their jobs. The essential total of the annual social burden of the disease-related symptoms in the United States is $56 billion and $10,824 per patient.
There is no cure for endometriosis, and traditionally, health providers have focused on managing the associated pain with oral contraceptives, progestins, danazol, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, opioids, and GnRH agonists, many of which are not specifically indicated for the treatment of endometriosis. In more extensive cases, surgical interventions such as laparotomy or laparoscopy are often pursued and may not be curative for all individuals. The observance of Endometriosis Awareness Month aims to raise awareness about this hidden and often unrecognized condition by promoting a greater understanding of endometriosis as a real, debilitating, and disabling disease. There is a need for further research and increased research funding for endometriosis, which could lead to earlier detection and the discovery of the cause of the disease, a reliable and less invasive way to diagnose the disease, more effective ways to manage the symptoms, and develop a cure. Now, therefore, be it resolved that minitrentai na legislaturen Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the people of Guam, recognize the various groups and individuals who advocate for the improvement, prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of endometriosis in women on Guam, and commend them on the observance of Endometriosis Awareness Month in March 2019. And be it further resolved that the speaker certify and the legislative secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Hannah Iriarte and Catherine Mantapaz, to the Guam Endo Movement, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, Magahagan Guahan, duly and regularly adopted by Minitrentai na Legislaturen Guahan on the 26th day of February 2019, as signed by Acting Speaker Talina Cruz Nelson and Legislative Secretary Amanda L. Shelton.
Thank you very much. So we'll present these to you too. Yes. Thank you. Then I'll post my picture and then you can see that. Thank you very much. And now I'll just ask Catherine to share a few words about her journey with endometriosis and why she came and approached us here at the legislature to help the Guam Endo movement bring awareness to this situation for many of Guam's women. So, Catherine?
Thank you. Well, thank you, Senator Amanda Shelton, and also James Moylan, Kelly Marsh Taitano, and the rest of the Guam legislature for having us be here today. Thank you for allowing Guam to partake in also the global movement of endometriosis awareness that is held actually for Guam starting today and every March as the years to come. So this is very exciting that we finally get to say Guam gets to be part of the global movement. And this is a condition that has actually left many women suffer in silence. And hopefully this is a start to help them see that they don't need to be ashamed or alone, knowing that they have this here in Guam. Part of the reasons why the Guam Endo movement was formed was thanks to Hannah Iriarte here. She put me in the Guam PDN a few years ago, and ever since then, strangers, or not strangers, but females I don't know here in Island have reached out to me asking me for help on how to manage this condition, or strangers would stop me at stores while I'm shopping or grocery shopping anywhere, remembering my face from 4 years ago through PDN and asking how to manage the symptom. Ever since I put something online in September, what is endometriosis, more people have reached out. So thanks to Hannah here, she decided, or she suggested that why don't we try to come up with a support system for here in Guam. I've had this condition, or I've known that I've had this condition for 10 years. But the earliest I can recall having the symptom was actually 20 years ago in high school. And this year is actually the 6th year that global awareness has been formed. So it's nice to know that Guam gets to be a part of it. And from now on, the new nonprofit, the Guam Endo Movement, we are going to try to reach out to educate sisters, daughters, and mothers through school seminars or through other projects in how to help women recognize this condition or understand this condition, as this condition is often misdiagnosed. Our first event will be held on March 30th at Carmen's. It will be a painting out session, and hopefully it's a start for women to find ways of support in having endometriosis. Well, once again, I want to say thank you, and hopefully a cure will be found. And siyos maasi.
Thank you very much, Kat. The Guam legislature is very honored to be a part of the inaugural Endometriosis Awareness Month for Guam, and we're here to support you in any way that we can. So, siyos maasi, and thank you for your support and for your advocacy.